Okay, so this video may take a little bit. I might break it apart into two. What I want to try and do is take this particular project that I have pulled up here and set it up, this graphical user interface, in such a way that it should be able to control or interface with the Osmo network in the box scripts. I know it says primarily, well, it mentions CalypsoBTS. I want to use just the normal Osmo network in the box scripts and a ANTSDR E200 to set up our little test network here. You'll see, the warnings here. This is in a, shielded environment that I'm doing this, so I'm not encouraging anything beyond just learning how this stuff works. So, okay. Anyways, we need to get cloned down this particular project, which I have. I could do it again here, but just get clone, copy and paste, clone that repository down to my machine here. Now, I found that this project has some directions on there as far as installing Node and NPM, but the version that comes with 22.04 Ubuntu was not new enough. So I've got these directions here, just pulling from the 18.x series, I guess you'd say, of Node here. I'll put these in the description if I remember, if it's hard to see with the resolution. This is actually a virtual machine. Normally I don't use virtual machines, but this is a brand new install of DragonOS in VirtualBox. I guess a couple notes I'll point out. If you're going to use a virtual machine and you're using VirtualBox, make sure you have assigned your user that is on the host system to the VBox users group. You can look that up. Otherwise, you won't be able to interface with SDRs, and also you want to make sure you put the VirtualBox guest tools, I think it's called, on the host and on the virtual machine. That is how I have the resolution, not like where I need a magnifier to see what's going on. So, okay. Anyways, that's a side note. So I'm going to pull down this setup.sh. I'd encourage reading, those that .sh file. Make sure you're comfortable before running a script like that. But what this should do is set up my app repository. You can see for Jammy there, and then it's going to be able to install. Let me think. So Node.js. Okay. And then you can see where it talks about the Yarn package manager. So we're going to need Yarn too, but I'm going to let Node.js finish first. Okay. So we should have what we need there. We also need Yarn. Okay, let's see. All right, so let's see. Yep, and NPM. Okay, so I think we have everything that we need. I'm just going to save that. And so we'll come down, we'll look at we've got our prerequisites taken care of. Should be able to close this. Actually, no, I'll leave this open, and we're going to change into our project there. Hopefully, Control Shift Plus. I'll try and make it a little bit bigger. Change into our client, and let's see. I think I might need sudo, but maybe not. Let's see. got here. So we'll build the client. And to be honest, I'm not super familiar with the this framework, so it seemed as though client and server were the same, almost the same project. So I'm not sure, but we'll just keep it as what's working here. So you may see some warnings. I did see that, but everything seemed to still be fine. Okay, ready? Yep. All right. So change into server. See if we can build this. Okay, so here's where we're going to have to make some changes, and I need to figure this out here. Let's see. So okay, one other thing before I forget, sudo app, let's see, install genome terminal. Let's not forget that. Okay, and while that's doing its thing, we want to change, let's see, so we're going to change a couple things here. So we need to go into server, change directory source, configs, and we're going to edit this default config file here. And so what I'm hoping I can change this to is, let's see, change directory user source, Osmo-Nitb-Scripts. OpenBSC config. Okay, yeah, I think we'll change it. I think this script or this config is, if I look over the script that runs Osmo-Network-in-the-Box-Scripts, I think it pulls from this configs directory and places it elsewhere to run. Let me see, nano main UHD. Let's see, so we look at this script. Osmo. Yep. So config path osmocom2 subprocess call copy OpenBSC. Let's see, copies configs, config path to the config path to Osmo Network in the Box CFG. Okay, so let's change CalypsoBTS. We'll change this to Osmo Network in the Box Scripts configs. Okay. Open Osmo-BTX CalypsoBTS. Osmo-BTS TRX. Let's see. I guess. Let's see. Osmo Network in the Box dash scripts. I think we'll change this to Osmo BTS and config config.json. Let's see, config.json. Alright, so we'll change this to just user source Osmo network in the box scripts config.json. And then the HLR is actually, when ran with this particular application, is going to be created in var-lib osmocom, I believe. So var-lib osmocom. Okay. All right. So we will leave that there. Might have wanted to make a backup of it, but that's okay. And then the other thing is we need to change. So we'll go into logs, logs, service TS. And with this, we want to change directory into the Osmocom network in the box scripts. We'll do a genome terminal, and we want to do not the main py, we want to do main underscore uhd dot py. Okay, and let's see, so kill all osmocon, kill all python 3, kill sudo remove rf. Actually, we don't need that, but let's see, user. I guess we could add this, but when doing a control C on the main, when you run the Osmo.com network in the box and you do a control C, it cleans up the HLR there too. So, all right. Okay. Save that. Okay. Minimize this. We'll come back here. Let's see, we'll change into server. Do a sudo yarn run dev. See what this gets us. 0 errors, so I'll do a control left click on this. Maybe. Or I'll just open the link. I'll take the S off. And let's see what we got. So, okay. Alright, so it must be reading from the config, because it's got, if you were reading this, you are on the DragonOS BTS network. Edit BCS config, okay, so let's pull on that information. Edit BTS config, please enter the band. Okay, well, let's see what happens here. So I have a static IP address already set, and I should be able to see UHD find devices. I should be able to see the ANTSDR E200. Okay, so we made it this far. So I'm assuming when I hit start that should kick off hopefully that main UHD properly, and that's fine. But I'm also going to need another window, and I've talked about this in another video, but we need to have the Osmo, let me think, TRX UHD, let me see, yeah, so let's see, let me think, oh, we need sudo, let's see, so sudo Osmo TRX UHD-C, and we'll do etsy osmocom. Let's see what we got here. TRX UHD. This part we're going to have to do manually. So let's see what happens here. click start. Maybe. Let's start it. Interesting. Start it again. Error. No such file. User source Osmo network in the box scripts. Oh, wait a second. Okay, so I must have. Let's open that back up. And where did I go wrong? So this needed to be configs. Yeah. Okay. Start the server again. Unable to open database file. Okay, so there's no database because okay, auto sh. Ah, we don't need auto sh. Okay. Let's see. So source logs. Let's take this auto sh out of here. Now this unable to open database file. Let's see. I might have to start. Let's see. Let's try again here. Okay, so we're starting. Okay, we got that. That is started, which should have created the database file. I'm not seeing it complain about that. And so let me think. So I'm going to keep this running. I will get a phone turned on. Let me think. Okay. So I'm just going to move this over so we don't need to see that information. I'm going to minimize this for right now. So we know that that is started, but it's not going to be transmitting until I start this manually. If I can get the right password. And this takes, I don't know, 30, 40 seconds or so. I should have probably ran the systemctl, commands here. That's why I'm getting those notifications. But when you see something else come on like this right now, it's now working. And so let me see here. Do is get in here remotely and turn airplane mode off. Give it a second. I should see. Okay, there we go. So we got a connection. And let's see what we got here on this end. And there we go. So now blank it out, but we have a client listed on the GUI, which okay, so we have a client. I'm going to blank all this stuff out, but that's pretty interesting. So we have a client connected. I see the extension matches what is in the upper box here, which you're normally used to seeing. But that's interesting that the IMEI is listed there. That's pretty interesting. So so we can add an MZ exemption. Trying to see what else can we do here. The BTS config, so it must have pulled that once I corrected that. So it's on band 900. That matches what is in the form. Trying to see what else can we do here. Please enter the sender name. Okay. Yeah, all right. So, well, that's pretty cool. That should show, and you see the mistakes I made. You see the adjustments I had to do to a standard DragonOS FocalX install. And please enter the MZ exemption. I'm assuming that means that would not be, I guess, pulled onto here. But total SMS count, that's accurate because it did automatically send an SMS to the one phone. Okay. All right, so I guess I don't have to make two videos, but there you go. That is with the ANTSDR E200. Some modifications made on things that are already included in DragonOS and tying it all together there, and now you have this graphical user interface to manage this software. All right, I hope that was enjoyable. I guess to make sure you make sure you stop everything, which stops that, and then you'll manually have to Control C the other window that was needed. Okay, that was pretty cool. All right, take care.